Hi everybody, it's Jennifer Labre, and we're here today to make a brand new card. This is the card we're going to be making. It's using the Petal palette stamp set, as well as many other products too. But before we get started on that, I wanted to share with you some news that's some of the things that Stampin' Up! Has going on right now. It's Paper Pumpkin, there's 2 more days left to get your first month off at 50% off. Use promo code BLOOM0818. Contact me at jenniferlabre.com to learn more. It's a really great deal. If you've seen any of my Paper Pumpkin reveals, you know that there's a lot of stuff that you get in those boxes every month. Also going on this month is bonus days. For every $50 you spend, you get $5 coupon to spend in September. It's a really great deal. It's like saving 10% off your order. Again, contact me if you have any questions. There's also a limited edition set this month, Color Your Season. And I'll share that with you. It's good to August 31st or while supplies last. Here's the stamp set you can get. Here's the framelits you can get. You can get it as a bundle with 10% off. There's also a pack of brand new watercolor pencils that you can get. So hurry and get that if you want to get that before the end of the month. And then of course our holiday catalog is coming out this month. Mine are in the mail right now and I should be getting them delivered today. So if you are interested in getting a holiday catalog, please be sure and contact me and I will send one out to you right away. Okay, let's get started on our card. Put this one off to the side. First thing we're going to do is take a piece of the Whisper White cardstock. I've cut it lengthwise in half. This card folds up. I thought we'd do something a little different. So it folds up. So we cut it in half. Then we're going to score it at 5.5. Okay. We just fold that in half. Use our bone folder to give it a nice crisp crease. And we'll set that to the side for right now. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is take a piece of the rich raspberry. This is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. I've run this through the subtle embossing folder. I'll show you that right now. This is the subtle embossing folder. It gives it a nice cardstock or linen texture. I don't know if you can see that on there, but it's a nice touch to add to your cards. So I've already run that through the Big Shot just to save us some time. So we'll take that and put that on the side. Next up we're going to take the stitched framelits, stitch shape framelits, and I use the squares. Again, to save some time, I've already done this ahead of time. I took a piece of the rich raspberry cardstock, used the largest square on it to cut that out, and took the second largest to cut that out in the middle. So that'll give us a nice little frame. Then I took the same square and the Whisper White cardstock and cut a piece of that out. That's where our stamping is going to go. Okay, so we'll just set that aside. If you have any questions about how to use the Big Shot, please let me know. I'm just assuming that everybody knows how to use it and saving time by not showing it on camera. But if you do have questions about how to use it, I'd be happy to share it with you on my next video. So just let me know. Okay, then from the, let's see, Petals and More Thinlit dies, we're going to cut out this nice little, I don't know what you'd call filigree maybe, piece out of the Blackberry Bliss cardstock. Okay, it's an accent piece. And also from the same framelits, we're going to cut out the little tag. Okay, so there we have all of our pieces. Again, that was the Petals and More Thin Lids dies. And they go with the Petal palette. Okay, let's do some stamping. We're going to take this image today, this large rose image, and we're going to stamp it with jet black StazOn. We're using the StazOn today because we're going to do a watercolor technique on it. And every time you use water with ink, you want to use the StazOn so it doesn't run. Now you'll see this square is much smaller than the stamp size. That's okay. We're just going to stamp it best we can, and we'll color that in. Okay, I'm just going to stamp this off a little bit to clean it up. We'll put our stamp back. Now we do have StazOn cleaner, which I do use occasionally, but for most of the time I just leave it. Just stamp it off and leave it, it's fine. Okay, let that set aside. Let's grab our tag, and we're going to use the I Just Love You stamp for this one. For this one we can use the Tuxedo Black Memento ink because we're not getting it wet. Okay. There we go. We can stamp that one off too. Clean it off a little bit. Put our ink away. Okay, and for those I use the C block and the D block. Okay, we'll put that to the side now, and we'll grab our stamped image. We're going to use Rich Razzleberry and Old Olive ink pads. Okay, what we want to do with the ink pads is we want to squeeze them, get some ink on the cover. We get some ink right there. And we're going to take our aqua painter, put a little bit of water in there, get it nice and liquidy, and then we're going to start painting the flower. This gives it a nice soft watercolor look. This is a really easy technique and it gives beautiful results. Okay, and just go over that a little bit more. There we go. Now I am going to dry this quickly using my heat gun. It's actually fairly almost dry. I do that because we don't want to have the colors mix. Since they're water, we're using water, we don't want them to run into each other. And I did forget to wipe off my aqua painter, so we'll do that now. Take a little bit of the ink from the Old Olive, and we'll color in the leaves. Okay, there we go. Clean off the aqua painter. Alright. Now we can start assembling our card. So we'll take our card base, make sure that we've got the flip going up like that. Take the rich raspberry as well as our snail adhesive. And we'll just center that on the card base. There we go. Next up, we're going to take our watercolor piece. Whoops. Looks like I'm out of adhesive. So we're going to use the Tombow liquid glue. There we go. Which works just as well. We'll center that on the card. Okay. We're going to use the same glue to put in the filigree piece. Now this is a little bit harder to glue because of all the holes, but as long as we get some glue on there, it should stick just fine. And even though it looks white as it goes down, it'll dry clear. So we don't have to worry about that. Okay? Next up, we're going to take the frame and some mini dimensionals. Just flip that over and we'll put a dimensional in each corner. And we'll just center that over a watercolor piece. That gives it a little bit of a shadow box effect. Okay. Take some glue on our tag. And we'll center that right under there. Okay. And then finally we're going to take the Share What You Love Artisan Pearls. And just plop them on the, there we go. Now this tool that I'm using I got when I had bought a silhouette. I have since gotten rid of the silhouette, but I still like the tool. Lucky for all of us, Stampin' Up! Has come out with their own tool that is coming in the holiday catalog. In fact, mine should be arriving today, so soon we'll be able to have a Stampin' Up! Version of this. Okay? And that's the end of our card. There you go. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today. If you have any questions or concerns, want to see the products used, please feel free to check out my blog at jenniferlabre.com. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.